the book of Revelation, the indexes. This will be the last video of our introduction to the book of Revelation, using our book entities of the book of Revelation, which most of these things that appear in the first 4 videos in the introduction come from. We're going to use that as our workbook for going through the book of Revelation. The first entity in the book is actually not at the end. It should be. I'm going to move it in the next edition. But it's the index of the major entities by chapter. So we'll go through this and you can get an idea of what all the information you receive in this entities book that we offer in our bookstore, either a PDF or a 3-ring binder. Chapter 1. Now the entities are like here, Jesus Christ, John, the 7 assemblies. And you can see, I'm not going to go through every one of these because you can read them yourself and slow it down if you'd like. Or pause it, slowing it down, going back to the days of videos. But you pause it. Chapter 2, Ephesus, Nicolaitans, Smyrna, Satan. All of these are entities that appear, and we'll go into the next index and show how you access these entities. Chapter 3, again, Sardis and 7 spirits, Father, all these things. Chapter 4, one sitting upon a throne, the 24 elders, 7 lamps. Chapter 5, a scroll, lamb, 6, first seal, second seal, and the horses, and their white robes. 7, 144,000, 4 angels, great multitude in white robes. 8, the seals, angels, trumpets here, and absinthe, the name of this star that falls onto the earth, called wormwood in the King James. 4th trumpet, 5th trumpet in 9, well of the abyss, locusts. 6th trumpet, horses. 10, we've got 7 thunders, small scroll. 11, the temple of God, with 2 witnesses. 7th trumpet, chapter 12, the woman wearing the sun, and all of these things that concern her. 13, the wild beast from the sea, the wild beast from the earth. The Lamb, 14, 144,000. Angels, Son of Man, sharp sickle. 15, the 7 angels with the 7 calamities. Sea of glass, 7 bowls. The temple, chapter 16, the bowls, the false prophet, unclean frogs. 7th bowl, the harlot in 18, the scarlet wild beast, and mystery Babylon. All of these. 18, angel with great authority. Babylon, the great city. 19, the vast multitude, one sitting on a white horse, and so forth. 20, 1,000 year. Satan, the devil. And then 21, the New Jerusalem, lake burning with fire, the bride, the holy Jerusalem, river of life in 22, and the tree of life, the Alpha and the Omega, and the scroll. So those are all the chapters and the entities that we'll now show that are in that chapter. Here we get into the index of the entities of the book of Revelation. So I'll scroll down here and you can see, first it has entities, types of entities. We have abstract entities, action enmities, animal entities, celestial, chemical, divine, food, garment, geocentric, inanimate, measurement, musical, names, natural elements, numbers, place, plural living entities, somatic, structures, time, titled, utensil, vegetation. So the first one you see here, goes to the page, abstract entity number 15. So we're going to go to number 2. I have these marked so I know where to go. So here we go into the actual entities. Now here's an entity. So abstract entities, an abomination, shows you the Greek word and number and explains it all, and goes on down. And whenever it's in the Old Testament, LXX, for the Egyptians were not able to eat breads with the Hebrews, for it is an abomination. So we go through and use the Septuagint and all the places that are relative to that word of the abomination. There's really nothing like the Apostolic Bible with the Greek Old and the New Testament. And this book has all the information, more so than I think anybody has ever put together. Now, those are all the entities here. Now scroll down, you can see them, and stop it wherever you like. And you can get the book or the PDF, download and do this in your own computer. All these entities. Now imagine trying to keep track of all these entities. I don't think it's humanly possible unless you're a genius, that God has given you the talent to do that, or have a photographic memory and can find these. I've seen people that can do things, be able to memorize this whole thing real quickly and be able to replicate everything here, but those are very few and far between. So here's more of the entities, all of the O's and the P's. There are hundreds of them. So this book goes through them all, and you can get the information, how it relates to the Old Testament. I don't think anybody's ever done anything like this in the depth that it is here. So we're still going into the entities. Zion's the last one, and then we go down to the next index of the book of Revelation verses. And here, that would be so it had 1:1, the Revelation, the verses. So here we see it's at the end of Revelation. You're going to have to go through and search through this page to find the 1:1, or do a PDF, if you have the reader, a PDF search. So there is the Revelation, and it explains it. Editor notes I put in the beginning are my opinions and things that I've seen. The Revelation, that word only appears Apocalypsis, number 602 in verse 1:1. So that went to page 30. When you get to page 30, then you go through and you look for the 1:1. Or you can go to 30 and do a PDF search. So there's all the verses and entities in the verses. Again, nothing like this that I know of at this depth going through the book of Revelation. It's an amazing work that really will help you understand much more of the book of Revelation. Then we have the index of Septuagint verses. That's the Greek Old Testament. So here it points out to Genesis 1:14 on page 57. So this is a number 4. So here's number 4, page 57. So again, you'd have to do if you're into PDF, you'd have to do a PDF search, or you search it by hand. And that's this is this place that you find Genesis 1:14 appearing, another index. Now going down, see all these books are mentioned in the under the certain entities. And so we see Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, 1st and 2nd Samuel, 1st and 2nd Kings, 1st and 2nd Chronicles, Ezra, Nehemiah, Esther, Job, Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Song of Solomon, Isaiah, Jeremiah. Now, no lamentation. Ezekiel and Daniel and Hosea, Joel, Amos. And these prophets are very important as far as in the book of Revelation. Refers to them a lot. Obadiah. No Jonah. So Jonah doesn't appear either in Lamentation. Micah, Nahum, Habakkuk. Zephaniah, no Haggai, 3 of them, Zechariah, and Malachi. So the 3 books don't have verses appearing in the end of any entity. So there's 114 on the page that it said 37, and you do a search, and you'll find it, and luminary, luminescence, light. And there's the verse. Next is the index of A.B. Strong numbers used in the entities. And number 1, these are all the numbers, A.B. Strong numbers. So the A.B. Strong number used, so the entities are all in the book of Revelation. So they would be these New Testament numbers. And then we'll go to number 5. And we see it's on page 62. And here we are on page 62. And you would be a search again through this one. And you would find number 1. I am the Alpha and the Omega. And the Alpha is the word, not the Omega, but the Alpha. And it says in A, Alpha is the first letter of the Greek alphabet, and the Omega is the last letter. So these are all A.B. Strong numbers used. Then the last one is an index of non-entity words in the book of Revelation. So all these words appear in the book of Revelation, but they're really non-entities. But if you run across a word and you want to know what it is, so here we have number 565. So then, which we go to here is something different. We go to our lexical concordance, which is only available through a download off of our website. And you can print it out at PDF or go through it as a PDF and search through it. And you would find here the number is 565, to go forth or away, aperchome. And so then, which showed it was in Revelation, here's all the places that word appears in the book of Revelation. It's not going to show all those in the index, but it shows you where to go to find all of these. And so this is the indexes in the entities of the book of Revelation workbook that we'll be using going through the book of Revelation. So our next video will be in the first chapter of the book of Revelation.